Okay, so I want to talk about some Avengers Doomsday rumors and leaks that have been going on for almost a week now at the time of this recording. So this is from our leaks and rumors on Reddit, and they were talking about this maxblizz.com article that had that crazy Doomsday leak with basically the whole plot summary of the movie and what the characters are going to be doing, how there's going to be different teams and who finds what, and all the characters that are going to be in it and what Doctor Doom's plans are. So people were talking about that. And then at the bottom of this thread, there was somebody who commented. They said, most of this tracks with what someone who has worked on the movie told me. I won't say which department they work on, but they told me. And then they go into this little bullet point, couple paragraphs here that I'm going to read. But I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see on how credible this person is and this whole thing is. Because as is, it looks like a kind of like a trust me bro sort of thing. But a lot of what this person commented does track with what we've known with the rumors and leaks the last basically year or so with this movie. So a lot of this may turn out to be true. So I'm going to read this and give you guys my thoughts on everything as always. So it says here, big part of the plot is that Doom has kidnapped Franklin and takes him to another universe. Earth 616 and X-Men universe characters fight, although that's pretty much widely known anyway. There's a fight scene between Shang, Chi, and Beast. Dude, that would be absolutely insane. Mentioned there might be two Yelenas in the movie. That's kind of random to me personally, but not too surprised. I don't know. I would be more like they would do like two Spidermans or two Captain Americas in the movie or something, but Yelena's, I don't know, that's kind of weird. Tobey Maguire is in the movie, not sure how big of a role, but they said they were definitely in the beginning of the movie in some capacity at least. Now, this is probably like the biggest one in this paragraph this person shared here in terms of like new rumors. We did kind of hear stuff, but it's kind of getting more and more confirmed that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is in this movie, which is kind of crazy. Maybe he like survives the raft that happens in the Jonathan Hickman run. That would make sense considering he's a smart character. I would assume he's an anchor being for whatever universe he's going to come from in this movie. So I would assume with the raft, it would be like Shuri, maybe Reed Richards, like in the Hickman comics. Maybe another Black Panther, that would be crazy. Probably Tom Holland Spider-Man and maybe Tobey Spider-Man. Probably Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Maybe another X-Men character or two. And then probably a few other Avengers characters like Thing or Captain Marvel or, some Avengers here and there. Maybe mimicking, again, the Hickman comics or maybe the 80s Secret Wars or something. And goes on to say here, Chris Evans is indeed in the movie. I asked them who they are playing, but they were unsure on exactly who, but said they're down as Luke Cage on the call sheet, but that's just to keep it from leaking. He isn't actually playing that role. Also noted that Marvel didn't think his casting would leak, which is why Chris publicly denied it, but he is 100% just lying. Not surprised at all by this. There was also that leak on the set of the movie, what was that, like 2 months ago or something, where they codenamed the 60s house as Luke Cage's house, which is obviously not true. I'm thinking maybe they go back in time to get like Steve Rogers, where he's living his life with Peggy in that alternate universe during Endgame, and they get him back to handle Doctor Doom, because that would make sense. Because I don't know how they're gonna do it, obviously, but I'd assume he would also have memory of his alternate life on the 616 with, all his Avengers stuff, what he did with Thanos and everything. So it wouldn't be like a stretch to go to him and ask him for help. So that would actually be kind of crazy. You're getting help from Endgame Steve Rogers to fight Doctor Doom in this new incursion on the universe and stuff. So I think that might be happening. But I don't know. It could be anybody, I guess. But who else at this point that would make sense other than bringing in a new character for the movie that would be living in a 60s house? Or this is kind of crazy too. Since that version of Steve Rogers has aged or whatever, he could be a bit older because if I remember correctly during Endgame, wasn't he in the 40s when the movie ended and he's with Peggy in that house. Wasn't that the 1940s or the 50s or something? So this could be a Steve Rogers that's a bit older, similar to what we got during the Hickman Avengers run right before Secret Wars started. So we may be getting the Captain Steve Rogers when he's older and he puts on that the uniform he had during Winter Soldier, which in the comics is his Steve Rogers uniform. So that could be crazy too. And then it goes on to say other production stuff they mentioned. The stuff about them filming while the script still is incomplete is true, which is crazy but not surprising because I'm pretty sure that happened with Infinity War and Endgame too. They're going to take a 4-month break between filming Doomsday and Secret Wars. Makes sense. They probably want to get all their ducks in a row, and plus they do have a lot more time on their hands for Secret Wars, another year and a half extra, so not surprising. They were filming in a hot country recently. I can't remember which one they said specifically, but they said it got so hot the filming equipment broke, so they had to halt filming for a few weeks. That's crazy. And then they go on to say hasn't had any interactions with RDJ himself, but they said they've heard nothing but good things about him being really nice to cast and crew. Not surprising there. It seemed he's well known to be a good guy, at least during when they're filming stuff, so that's cool. Goes on to say here, they said it's been a dream to work on a Marvel production, but they said it's honestly one of the messiest productions they've worked on so far in their career, so it's kind of hectic at the moment. However, they say from what they've seen and heard, he does think the movie will actually be good and be a big hit. So that's interesting that they're saying the production is the messiest they've worked on. I wonder what that actually entails. That would be kind of cool if they went into a bit more details on what's going on behind the scenes, but maybe that could give away their role in the production or something. I don't know. But at the same time, with all the moving parts that this movie has and Secret Wars, not really surprising. This is probably one of the biggest movie productions of all time in Hollywood, probably. They probably have like 70 different actors for this movie, not even counting extras probably. So everything here, I guess the most shocking part is between, because a lot of the stuff we have heard tidbits, but not exactly in this way with this person leaked. Oh, that was my sandal on the ground. But the Shang-Chi and Beast fight, that's something we haven't heard before. I'm pretty sure that's going to be crazy, an interesting mashup there. And the Tobey Maguire part, we're starting to hear this more. So I don't know if Andrew Garfield could be in the movie too. He could be, but I'm pretty sure they would be saving that Spider-Man trio for Secret Wars again. But at this point, with how Marvel Studios and Disney is doing, why not just fire on all cylinders and do stuff for Doomsday and Secret Wars very similarly in terms of cameos, but they probably do want to save all the big ones for Secret Wars, like maybe, I don't know, putting in a bunch of different Hulks and Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage, and all that crazy stuff, different iterations of Fantastic Four from Fox or something. But, this could be interesting. There's a lot of different things going on with this movie, but yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about the leaks we've been getting the last couple weeks with the story of Avengers Doomsday? And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.